Hi there, welcome back. It's just another day here, and we are out walking the dog. Today we're talking about the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and also there's other, I think Oakley's coming out with something. Um, it's getting harder and harder to tell if people are nearby trying to film you. And, if you're out in the open, out in public somewhere, uh, the law is basically you don't have a right to privacy in a public area. So people can film and record. There are people on social media and YouTube that they do these freedom audits where they go around and they just set up cameras like outside stores or banks, and they just have these cameras out there for everybody to see. And they're just trying to prove the point that people can get upset when they're like, "You don't have my permission to film." But it doesn't matter. If you're in public, out on the street, on the sidewalk, there's no expectation of privacy. Usually takes them getting the police there to explain it to the business owner or to the customers or just anyone walking by. But it's getting more and more difficult to know if you're being filmed. And in public, it's one thing, but if you're over someone's house or at in a business or something or Airbnb, uh, cameras are so sophisticated and so small, and the resolution is so good now. It's kind of a scary thing. And so now there's different things to help find if there are cameras nearby. And because the glasses are something that they've come out with that anyone could wear and you may not even know the difference, they uh, they came up with an app. Someone came up with an app called Nearby Glasses, and what it does is it identifies that Bluetooth signal that these glasses put off that pair up with your phone when you're recording, and so it'll give you a push notification letting you know, hey, someone's nearby wearing these glasses. So um, thought that was interesting. There's a link to the article if you want to read up on it. But what are your thoughts on these glasses? Is this something you have a pair? Do you own a pair? Um, Never really thought they were that big of a deal, but I'm starting to think, it would be kind of cool to have some hands-free options. Hey, yeah, there would be kind of cool to have something hands-free just to record what I'm seeing, and that might be something down the road. I'll have to see if I really have a need at some point. I have a GoPro. Um, I don't use it too much. I use it in the car when we're driving, if we're doing like mountain roads or something. But for the most part, I just have the video footage. I haven't really done anything with it. That's something too that I thought of, maybe making some videos of some of our trips, and might put that out there at some point. But we'll see. Anyway, let me know what you think about these new glasses, the Oakleys that are coming out. Been seeing some commercials for those lately. I don't know a whole lot about those. And in my last video, I also talked about the subscriptions that car manufacturers are starting to implement. And the same day, there was an article that came out that Ford, let me find it here, the Ford 2026 Ford Mach E, it's that electric car. Come on. The electric Mustang, which again, calling that car a Mustang is aggravating because it's, to me, it's not a Mustang, but that's a whole different argument. You have to pay an extra $495 to access the front, which is the front trunk. And I first saw that headline, like, what are they doing? Um, so it used to just be a standard thing. You had, an electric engine that's built into the car, and then the front of the car where the engine would normally go. Sorry, the crows are just crazy, so they're after something. Um, what I was saying, so you used to buy any car and you'd have storage. So you had, most cars you'd have a trunk in the back or, a hatch. On a lot of these cars with engines in the rear or electric cars, you have nothing in the front because there's no engine. So they have the frunk that was just, part of the car. You put your stuff in, your luggage, what have you, your groceries. So Ford's reasoning for charging $500 is internal data showing that many owners weren't using the frunk regularly. So they said, people aren't using this, so we're just going to start charging people that do want to use it. That is appalling to me. So what they're doing is they're making it optional, reducing the base model prices slightly. So $200 less than last year, which is crazy. So they're charging $200 less, but if you want the front, it's $500 more. So it's just a money grab. It's unbelievable. So what do you get for the $500? So the front includes a drainable storage tray and dividers, so you can use the empty space under the hood into usable storage. Without the option, the area remains empty and can't be used for storage. So I haven't seen one of these in person. I'm not sure what it looks like without this divider and everything. Now we get a hawk involved. Sorry, it's kind of distracting. It's going to be like 30 crows screaming and a hawk screaming back at them. So I don't think the mic picks that up, but it's kind of epic. So you can still open the hood for service and maintenance, but without the tray, there's no storage. You can't use it for anything. So I don't know if it's clear through to the ground or what. But now, people are calling it a paywall. It's getting ridiculous with some of these cars. I kind of touched on it in yesterday's video. There's driver assistance systems for hands-free driving, like Ford's Blue Cruise, GM Super Cruise, Cadillac Super Cruise. So all of these things, if you want the car to do the driving for you, you have to pay extra. Heated seats, heated steering wheels, ventilated seats. So BMW tried this in 2022, not in the U.S., just internationally. But people were mad when you buy a car that has the ability for these features. You're buying the car, and in the past, people used to pay for options. So you, wow, I'm not sure if you can see him, but he's pretty agitated. So I tried to get distracted this morning. There's a lot going on. The dog's sniffing around. So anyway, BMW came out with these heated seat, heated steering wheel, and ventilated seats features that you could pay a subscription to unlock these features. And people were mad. They dropped it, at least for now. Remote vehicle controls, remote start, remote lock unlock, vehicle status monitoring. Toyota, Mazda, I know Honda has something. Jeep has something. Um, I, my son has the app on his Jeep, and I'm like, why do you even need all this stuff? And it's cool, I guess. Um, Unnecessary, yes, but some people got to have it. Got to have the ability to lock my car from inside the building. We've gotten crazy. Navigation and connectivity, live traffic updates, real-time navigation, enhanced map data, Wi-Fi hotspots. So it's Audi, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and GM. So there's a lot of this for navigation. Again, um, I read an article a few weeks ago now, that some manufacturers are thinking of disabling the ability for CarPlay in these cars. And the reason is they want to start charging for their own setup, their own navigation and ability to access apps and things like that. That's criminal. I mean, if a car company had that, and I bought one of these cars, I would yank out that head unit and put in an aftermarket that includes some of these features. You should be able to plug in your Android or iPhone and just use it through normal features there. Entertainment and infotainment, streaming services, premium audio, in-car gaming, advanced voice assistance. Um, and, we talked about that yesterday. We've got Sirius radio in my wife's car. I never thought I would pay for radio. It is nice to have the different genres. There's all kinds of channels with all the different styles of music. Depending what you want to listen to, it's available. And so it is nice to, oops, sorry, the dog's calling. It is nice to be able to be on a road trip and not have to search for music and listen to commercials and all this other stuff. That's the biggest thing for me. I'm tired of commercials, and it seems we're just flush with commercials every day and just about anything you do. And I get it. There's so much offered for free. Somebody's going to pay for it. But it's unbelievable. So Sirius Radio, I think it's like $5 a month for us, and they try to jack it up every year. You just make a call and say, we're going to cancel it. There's another option. It's called Django. Sort of like Spotify, but to me it's set up like Sirius a little bit. So I saw that app, and I've played around with that, but since we still pay for Sirius, I just use the app on my phone when I'm driving in my car. But so let's see. Come here. Last is well, there's GM had OnStar, and I get that one. That one, if you want the additional features for someone to help via live connection, I kind of get that one. Some I've never had anything like that, but I guess for a safety feature, if you want the ability, like if you get in a car crash, someone can instantly talk with you and help, or to get roadside assistance, things like that. It's kind of like a glorified AAA. But the last one is performance enhancements, and this one just drives me nuts. So you buy a car, you buy a car based on specs. So you have certain horsepower and torque specs. These are the numbers, but it's not really the numbers. So Mercedes offers 60 horsepower additionally. So additional 60 horsepower for $60 a month, or $1,950 lifetime. So you can pay $60 a month for an extra 60 horsepower. Is that really doing it for you? Do people actually pay for that? There are other companies doing this too. Volkswagen does it. I think Porsche might do it. So, and the gains are minimal. They're really not a lot of horsepower or torque. It's just additional horsepower or torque. And we're going to charge you for it. It is ridiculous. So automakers are projecting billions in annual income from subscriptions by 2030. So they feel if they start incrementally adding the ability to upgrade different things in your car, and you pay month subscription fees or annual fees, it just starts becoming the norm, and more people are going to do it. And to me, that's this next generation that they're just used to paying subscription fees for everything. Now we have all these different entertainment apps with all kinds of different choices, and the shows you want are on one service, but not on different ones. You have to pay for that. And then, they've got all these food delivery services, paying by app, paying a fee for that, and then you get a tip and all this. What do you think? I mean, what are your thoughts about these type of add-ons for cars and other things in general? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.